All right. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to New York session. I hope you're doing well. So last week, Friday, it seems my microphone was not working, and I didn't know until after the live session. That is when I realized that my microphone was not working. So yeah, I apologize for that. It wasn't intentional. Okay. Now let's dive back into price, looking at the dollar index. Now, last week I was expecting definitely not higher prices, but a pullback or price consolidating. So what transpired last week was a consolidation, and it was understandable because we had price not giving us essentially nothing much to do during the whole week, and then all of a sudden we start a new week and price has jumped. But it's all as of a result of the tension going on in the Middle East with the US and Israel and Iran. So currently the marketplace is so volatile that if you are not careful, you could be swallowed up. And when I say swallowed up, I mean price can give you hard time. Okay, price can give you hard time. So my recommendation is right now, be very careful with whatever that you're doing, simply because I don't know how long this tension is gonna be for, and it could cause any sort of movement that is not anticipated. Okay, and if you happen to be in the wrong trade at the wrong time, you are going to face the consequences. Now, with that said, if you are in the right trade, you could also see a significant move, which happened for me on crude oil. Okay, on crude oil, I think last week you all saw that I went long over here and over there, right? So it could have gone anywhere. So I'm not going to equate it to me being lucky or something, but obviously I was anticipating them to go to 70.50. So it wasn't random for price to have gone up. And this is sometimes the beauty of price action, that when everything is aligned, sometimes news events can be a catalyst for price to push faster to the target. Now it went way beyond what I expected. I was expecting 70.54, and you can see they went beyond that. So if you happen to be in the right trade, for example gold as well, I think last week I made mention that this week I'll actually be looking for long because of how we closed on Friday, right? And then we opened and we gapped up as well. So It's that's the nature of price action. So if you happen to be in the right trade at the right time, and if you know what you're doing sometimes as well, especially long term, because all these that I'm mentioning, it's not like short term, right? It's long term direction. So when you're in the long term direction, these trades will basically move in your favor. So with that said, what am I expecting this week? Now, we've come back into a range between this high and this low. The first one was 618, and then we had this drop. That's what I was anticipating for them to continue going lower, but that didn't happen, and then they happened to move one more, and we had another rejection, which was last week, and I was looking for that to be it, but again, that wasn't it. And then this week, starting Monday, they've screamed up one more time. Now we've started a new month, okay? Where we are now is OTE. So two things can happen. It's either we reverse from here, okay, 70.5, or we're gonna break the high. All right, so this up candle here is our last area of defense. We need to get a rejection from there. If we don't get a rejection from here, then we might be experiencing a reversal. Price will go above this, and then eventually we go up. But from the 12 months perspective, that might not be the case, because from the 12 months perspective, we have closed below this up candle. So from a 12 months perspective, this year is likely gonna see price go up and then down. Okay, besides, we also close below an up candle, a down candle over here. So it's a lot in terms of significance. And then if you look at this candle here, right, we went up and then we went down. So the same kind of scenario that we are seeing on the same kind of scenario we are seeing on the daily chart, yeah, is similar to what we experience in here, where we have this range, this high to this low. So we took out a high over here, and then we went down, making this a fair value gap, this as an order block, and price came to the order block. First it came to the fair value gap, rejected. So this would have been maybe kind of what is happening on the daily, where I will be anticipating them to go down because we've rejected the fair value gap, and then all of a sudden one more run. So one more run, usually this should be a divergence on the RSI, right, causing price to give you a sign that we are going to go down. I think the divergence is actually right here, right? We made a higher high, and then price made a lower high. Okay, so with that, from the yearly time frame perspective, price is likely gonna go down. With this immediate close here, it means that maybe the dollar index is the dollar index is at risk of maybe dropping. Okay, so with that said, that's why this area is crucial, because we've just opened for the year, which was January, and then we went slightly up and then down. Then February, we've spent maybe almost February consolidation, and in March we've opened, we've gone up. So what I'm expecting is price to reject from here, right? So dropping down to the 1 hour chart, So I did find the actual level that price needed to trade to, which was that small little gap over there. It's quite fascinating. But yeah, that small little gap there, that's where price needed to get to, right there. So 98.53. So what I'm expecting currently is for price to reject. So watch the 1 hour chart, this New York session, and I'll be looking out for this down candle to give up. Once we give that one up, then euro, watch that. Opposite of the dollar index is euro. Watch this up candle. A break above that will give us a break of market structure, and then we can start looking for potential longs on the euro. So keep an eye on that one too. Let's see if euro will also give us some kind of a hint that is going up. Okay, so that is that for the euro. British pound, not a fan currently. You can see they wiped out this low, which I wouldn't have expected that, but they have. But all it has done is just dip into the fair value gap. I didn't expect that. So now that they've done it, then maybe a reversal as well, but I'll focus more on the euro. The euro price action looks more cleaner. So watch this up candle here as well, and let's see if they can break it. If they break it, then we can also be expecting higher prices on that. Euro pound, now this one, watch over here. 0.87277 to 0.87228. Watch that area. That is where I'm expecting price to reverse from and then go back up again for the week, because last week we did close bullish. So I'm expecting this week to also go up, and you can see Monday we are trading down already into that daily fair value gap with an order block. So today, if possible, if they dip into this level, that would be a nice area to buy for a continuation to the upside. Possibly more than that, but that will be maybe more or less for now. Gold, I think they're gonna break this high one more time. I don't have an entry. I wish I did, honestly, and I think we've already gone up from this fair value gap in London. So if you are long, definitely hold on to it, but if you are not, then stay away because it's too late. Okay, let price give us another reason to go long. Maybe this New York session, it will create a fair value gap. If it does, then you can highlight that fair value gap for a continuation to the upside. When the market closed, my eye was here for the long to continue going up, but definitely price did not come back. Okay, moving forward, crude oil, I think I've already spoken about this. Wow, okay. I was expecting 70.54. I was expecting 70.54, but we've gone way beyond that now with the way price has gapped up. It's gonna be a little bit challenging to find an entry, because now personally all my trades have been closed for some reason. I had my targets up here so when the gap happened, when the market opened, automatically my trades were closed. So I'm now going to hunt for an entry, which I don't know where. So I'm gonna let price, move around a little bit, just to create an opportunity. So maybe during the New York session, if I see a fair value gap forming, if I see an order block forming, then I'll probably use that for a trade entry going into tomorrow. Okay. For now, I think I'm satisfied. I mean, I've been long. Where did I go long? Probably somewhere down here, and then here, and then here. So, and then obviously last week here. So currently I will not do anything with it. I will stay put and then let price give me something to chew on later. Yes, I'm expecting them to attack this low here, so probably this one also have a potential setup for this New York session. Using the H4, I don't trust it, but it is what it is. It's a Monday, so you can try your luck. Attacking this low here. Um, 6731.75. That is the actual target. So you can try your luck with that on a Monday, and let's see what comes up. Okay. Yeah, but the trade is based on the H4. Okay, the H4 auto block. Okay, going on to dollar yen. So dollar yen has exceeded everything that I was expecting. So as it stands, it looks like it's gonna take out this high, and that is when I'll revisit it again. The 157.65, that range couldn't hold price this high to that low with this engineered equal low. So let's see how price is gonna trade after we go above this high, 157.65. okay, and then yeah, we'll revisit it after we take out that high, this New York session. Okay, and then Australian dollar, this one is still stuck in that range. We've not moved. Now funny enough, we gapped down, we completed all the gap back up to where it started from, and then we are back down again. So I think I've already said this pair is being held. Okay, it's being held, but I think 0.71590 is the upside objective that price is trying to reach for. So again, I'll wait for more information later this week for a potential long. Then finally, the crypto market. I think I spoke about this rally not being real, it's just manipulation. Eventually we'll come back down again. So yeah, cryptos, lower prices. Don't get too excited. It's either we go down or we consolidate, manipulation, and then rejection. That is where we are now. So we might be consolidating and then we drop aggressively, which eventually might turn out to be a manipulation, and then price will reject and then continue going up. So that goes for all the cryptos. So don't get too excited about anything bullish yet. Just give it time. Okay, probably this month we might experience opening, dropping, and then rallying. Hype. The breaker did hold price, which is nice to see, but I still think we will come back down to this auto block again, because the Bitcoin has not completed the down move. So I'm expecting one more move to the downside on Bitcoin, which will affect the hype market. And based on how last month closed, we reject the previous month high, so the previous month low is likely going to be a target, which is February's low. Okay, and then Chachki, the month has closed and not what I expected. This doesn't exist. That's an inside candle. Okay, so we might, I'm not saying that's going to be the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come all the way back down, take out the equal low, so February low and January low, before going all the way up to the target that I gave. But that target still remains. I still think that is where price is gonna go to. So keep that target, and then let's see how this month will unfold. Okay, and then finally the AI16 market, nothing really has happened. It's still trading at the fair value gap that was created after that small little blip that happened. So I'll bring it back when I see something significant. Until then, I'll just leave that for now. Okay, so this is just a brief session, just to welcome us into a new month and a new week. Right, sit tight, be careful, because the market is too volatile, and then we'll see how we can navigate through this I would say volatile season. Okay, so have a wonderful day, and I'll see you same time tomorrow.